Welcome everybody, I'm Dr. Angel Storm. I'm the founder of Ashes to Beauty Ministries, and today I'm talking to you about how to break the trauma bond. If you saw my video last week, I talked to you about what is trauma bonding, how it forms, and 7 questions you can ask yourself to identify whether or not you have a trauma bond. Today I want to talk to you about how you can go about breaking this trauma bond. So I'm on YouTube. Obviously I'm making this video for a very wide range of situations. I can't say whether or not this is going to work specifically for your situation. You have to be the judge of that. But these are 3 ways that everybody needs to go through in order to sever that trauma bond. How it looks for you, how you go about doing these things is going to look different for you. All of the time I'm asked, like, that won't work for my situation. What can I do? I'm in this different situation. And I honestly just do not have enough time to respond to each one of those situations. So I hope that you'll take that into consideration as you're watching this video. So first of all, step number 1 is to go no contact with a narcissist. Again, I hear you already filling up my inbox with, I can't go no contact with a narcissist because of da 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 da. I hear you, I understand. I'm telling you the best way to sever the trauma bond is to go no contact with a narcissist. So what does this actually mean? This is not just about not speaking with him. This is about completely severing the tie from him out of your life. I'm talking about no texting, no emailing, no calling, deleting previous text messages, deleting old emails that he may have sent you, getting rid of triggers that are in your house. So if he has given you gifts, if he has written you notes, you need to delete that stuff. You need to get rid of it. You need to get it out of your house, out of your atmosphere. And by the way, I have a video on breaking soul ties, which you need to watch because there is more than just a physical connection that has allowed the narcissist to control, to take over as much of your life as he has. And you need to understand how to break that tie in the spirit world if you want to move on in the natural. And a lot of people get stuck in the natural because they haven't done the work spiritually to detach from the narcissist first. No contact also means stop stalking him on Instagram. Stop looking up his Facebook page. Stop looking to see what his new supply looks like. Stop wondering why it didn't work out with you. It literally means to go no contact with him, not to have any contact with the people who support and enable him. You have to be aware of those connections that you may have in your life and doing what's necessary for yourself in order to heal, in order to recover and become the best version of you. You need to sever those ties. So this is what I mean by when I say no contact. It's not just enough to not have contact with him, it's not stalking him, and it's not having communication and contact with those people that you know enable him, that you know support him. Stop talking to them, just ignore them and start moving on with your life. You have got to start thinking about your future. And I realize that this can be very difficult to do. And just as a reminder, if you haven't seen my story about how this whole thing got started, why Ashes to Beauty was born, this is coming from a place of my own experience. I'm not telling you to do something that I have not already walked out my own self. Number 2, you need to be able to detach yourself from the narcissist. This means being educated on what a narcissist is. You want to understand what is narcissism. You want to be able to locate and identify narcissists in the future so that you don't end up going back on this roller coaster time and time again. You're going to continue to attract the same spirit in a different body until you get healed of all of the wounds that narcissists cause. I cannot say that enough. You're going to continue to attract the same spirit in a different body if you do not get healed, and part of that is detaching yourself from whatever it is that is attracting you to the spirit of narcissism. You need to understand that. I have tons of videos that speak about this, and again, if it's just too much information out there on my YouTube channel and on my website for you to sort through, you can check out this new handbook that I just released, the Ultimate Narc Handbook, in which every single one of my YouTube videos, including the ones that I had to remove from YouTube because they were considered controversial, And yes, I do get the irony of me using YouTube to promote the fact that YouTube has removed my videos. But nonetheless, I want to make those videos available to you, and they are available in that handbook. And so are all of my blogs that I've written. I'm naturally better at writing. I prefer to communicate in writing, and so a lot of times my blogs are better than my YouTube videos. I just started YouTube. I'm not super familiar and natural in front of the camera, and I'm fully aware that that is a weakness. So my blogs actually contain a lot more information communicated in a clearer way than my YouTube videos. So all of those, including my products and my services, additional things that you can go check out, all of that is included in the Narcissist Handbook. And the best thing about it is that once you buy it, you're going to continue to get the updated versions that I will be sending out once a quarter. So detaching yourself from the narcissist also means that you aren't just aware about what narcissism is, but what that meant to you, what that looked like in your relationship with the narcissist. So being aware of the fact that maybe there were parts of your relationship that were never truly genuine, and coming to terms with that. And that can be a very painful process, a very raw process, where you come to the terms that you were living something that was never real. It was never true. And that can be very difficult to do, but this is a necessary part, again, in separating yourself fully from the narcissist and the spirit of narcissism, so that you don't continue to attract narcissists into your life. One thing that I want to add is that it's very important that you don't get sucked into this hole that I call being an information glutton, where you're just researching narcissism and everything about narcissism, and you're consuming all the videos there are about narcissism, and you're never actually taking time to remember why you are looking all that stuff up, which is so that you don't make the same mistake again, and so that you can heal right now, so that you can rebuild and become the person that you were truly created to be, so that that best version of you can come out fully. And that will never happen. You're just consuming, and you're never doing anything with that information that you're consuming. You need to turn that information into wisdom, and it needs to, then turn into action. You need to be able to do something with that information. So be aware when you are detaching yourself from a narcissist and from the spirit of narcissism, that you don't get sucked into this other path that isn't actually taking you to your desired destination either. And finally, number 3 is to get yourself a support system. So you need people who can help you do this. If you watched my video from last week, I talked about how this is a serious issue. Even if society doesn't really recognize the fact that trauma bonding is just as addictive as an illegal substance, as an abused substance, it doesn't matter. That the effects of what it's doing to your body and to your brain are still just as detrimental. And so you need a support system around you, people who can remind you of why you're starting, people who can come next to you when you're feeling like you want to relapse and contact the narcissist, or when you're having a hard time just reconciling that your life for many years, maybe even, have been false or have been based on falsities, and you need a support system. And one of the things that I offer is a Facebook group, so you can go ahead and join that if you want to. The link is in the description of this video. I monitor this page and myself, and so I make sure that everybody who's coming in is respectful of other people, but it's a great place if you want to share your story, if you want to hear from other people, if you want to ask questions, or just know that you're not alone. You just have a safe place to go for comfort and uplifting reminders. That's all there. I put in like special downloads and stuff like that into that group, so if you're interested, or if you just need a place to start, you can start there. I run a restored ebook club, which takes you through all of these processes step by step over a period of 12 weeks if you're interested in doing that. Whatever is going to work best for you, make sure that you find yourself a support system. Make sure that you have people that you can be truly transparent with, that you can share everything that's in your heart, that's on your mind, that you're going through, who can come next to you and truly support you during this process of no contact and detachment, because without that, you're gonna find yourself going back to what's familiar or what's comfortable, and unfortunately that's going to be the narcissist. And remember what I said about the trauma bond being even stronger if you've tried to go no contact, but then you go back to having contact with the narcissist. It's extremely detrimental to what is going on inside of your body, what happens with the connections inside of your brain. And so this is why I say to be aware of the decision that you're making. When you are committed to breaking the trauma bond, this has to be an all-in commitment. There cannot even be the inkling at all of if this doesn't work, I can go back, because it's going to be so much worse for you if you do that. During this process, it's also important for you to recognize that not all relationships are equal. And so as you are recovering, there might not be a narcissist, but just somebody who's toxic in your life that you need to cut out for a period of time. You just can't have contact with them. And that's okay. It's okay to say, right now, I need to focus on me. I need to put all of my energy into fixing myself and getting my life into alignment with where I'm going. And I cannot be focused and worried about who said what and about this situation over here. And I just have to shut out these toxic people from my life right now. By the way, I have another video that talks about how you can identify toxic relationships if you're having trouble doing that yourself. So I hope this video has helped you understand what's necessary in order to break the trauma bond. I'm talking to thousands or millions of people who might see this video, and so these 3 things are going to be the quickest and easiest things for you to break the trauma bonds. If you need help going through your process one-on-one, I offer one-on-one coaching if you are interested in that. All of the products and services that I offer are in the description of this video. You can check that out for more information. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video.